Hamadakiapi, it's Selena.
It's Trella.
And today we have a special guest.
And his name is?
Josh Halverson.
So today we'll be doing an interview of Josh Halverson. He was in The Voice last year?
2016.
Yeah.
A fun fact, he is technically my uncle.
So we would like to thank you for giving us time to interview you out of your busy schedule today. We have just a couple questions, and we have a surprise question.
Alright. Sounds good.
How old are you?
Dang, right off the bat. I'm 34 years old.
What was your inspiration to start singing and playing guitar and all that?
I use music. I found music to be this powerful tool to help me release a lot of my mental turbulence, the thoughts that and discouragement and things that the world was trying to project onto me. It was my escape from that. It was a good release. And so, yeah, I don't know. Sometimes it felt like it was all I had was music. So that's my inspiration. That's when I started doing it.
Why do you sing?
This security blanket, comforting when you're separate yourself, but no person is an island. You can't survive that way. It's you have to find your gift, and that gift is your ability to connect with people, connect with society. How finding your I feel my gift is healing. I like to try to heal people spiritually and knock down those walls so that they can be free, to be the person that they want to be. And for me, my tool, the most powerful tool that I could find was music. It's allowed me to connect with people that I never would have, without it. I tried a lot of things, just talking to people, but music was that powerful tool that allows me to connect and knock down those walls and help build community.
So you sing for children that are in children's hospitals, don't you?
Yeah, I have several times. I got asked to play at a big children's hospital down in Texas, and it was for kids that were terminally sick, which maybe they have cancer, or maybe they're just not in a very good place. But I don't know necessarily if I was trying to do that. I wasn't. It just was kind of presented to me an opportunity to do that, and that was the first time I had ever experienced anything like that. And it kind of showed me it was just beautiful. It's so powerful because you see these kids that they don't know how much time they have left, but to see them still so embrace life and be so positive and have so much strength within inside of them that they want nothing more than to give people peace of mind. And they were in love with the music. I mean, they were listening to the message, but it was yet again the power of music and how it could just connect with these kids that are going through so much, but that it's also the power of innocence in a child, how they express their love no matter what they're going through. It was very inspirational because we all get down and out by the world, and the world just beats us up constantly. And when you're placed in that kind of environment, there's so much more to be thankful for, It's there's so much more. It kind of shows you to embrace the little things in life and family and love and what life's all about. It ain't about the material things that society tells you we need. Or children's hospitals, yeah, I mean, it got me there. It showed me that, I don't know, we have to embrace every day. We have to embrace the now.
When is your new album coming out?
Let's see, I'm working on the songs now. I have half of it done, I guess. The first album, or the most recent, first album was One Shot, and then the second album was You're the Thunderbird. about my first son and that whole experience of going through fatherhood for the first time. And then so we have Hawk now. He was born since then, and so what you do for one, you have to do for the other. And so Year of the Hawk is what I'm working on now.
Cute.
And that should be, I'm looking to have it out spring of 2019, this next year, so that I can get it into the Native American Music Awards again. So and that deadline's, I think, April.
This one is, how do you come up with like your song lyrics?
Like even all through high school, I've always been this like introvert that tried to figure out life, and I've always observed the world around me, and then you know we go through a lot, and like I said, music's always been a release for me. So it's kind of the things I go through and things I figure out, and it's not that I live life any faster than anybody else, but I just try to take note and observe everything that I go through and document it, because that's how I help people. That's how I help people heal. That's how I knock down those walls and barriers that society builds up around an individual. It's like, it's my tool, because even though I'm projecting the movie moments that I visualize in my world, people relate to that. And they can get those same movie moments in their mind, and it helps them through the situations, or helps them remember the things they went through, and helps them acknowledge their history, so that they can heal and process it and go through it just as it's helped me go through it, you know. Help me heal from the things that I've seen and the hard times I've been through. And that's why I'm writing these records for my kids, so that I can, when they become teenagers or when the world starts beating them down, I can hand them this record and be like, here you go, I wrote this for you. Maybe these songs will help you like they helped me. So.
When did you write your first song?
It was right when I went to college. It's kind of when I had my epiphany to start writing music. And it was, of course, the first song was about heartbreak. It was the first time I got my heart, or I felt like bad relationship. And it's easy to connect with those emotions because they suck, they hurt. And so like, it's really easy to connect with that. And I wrote it in Albuquerque, New Mexico. And it was right when I first started playing guitar. I had picked up the guitar and started playing it. I played it for 3 months, I guess, and then I wrote my first song. It's called Sweet November. And it was kind of when the relationship fell apart. It's like my Sweet November cries. It was like the hook of it. It was real sweet and sappy. It was like my emo song. You know?
I'm not emo. It says I'm emo because of my bangs.
At least you don't have like the spiky hair in the back and the long like sideburn things.
Yeah.
And like the heavy eyeliner.
Yeah, I do not wear eyeliner. I was like, oh.
And wear like hoodies all the time. No, I'm just kidding. I wasn't that. Well, yeah, I kind of was.
This dude slept like 18 hours. Like,
All the
if he
time.
had nothing to do, like he'd sleep for like 18 hours.
What are your hobbies? Like, what do you do besides songwriting?
Well, writing songs takes up a lot, but I have the 2 little boys that I hang out with when any chance I get. So I hang out with them, and it's been cool to show them the different like trades that I've tried to do my whole like. I love trade work. I think like learning how to do things is a big part of life. You know, it's a big part of figuring out what it is you want to do and where your gifts are. It's like, you know, painting or working with clay or, you know, doing beadwork or, you know, all that stuff, like different creating, being creative. You know, it's like it does something mentally, and There's so much release in anything that is creative, creating something from nothing. And it's been cool to kind of show that to my kids too, like walk through life with them. And Thunderbird's about to be 4, and so he's just discovering everything. Everything's brand new, and so it's been cool to go through that with him and help him discover those things. I love talking to people. I love talking to the youth about just life and how they can find that inner peace, find their own self, you know, and find who they are so that they can express themselves as fully as they can, you know. It's like there's so much peace of mind in having that confidence in yourself, you know, what you want to do and what it is that truly gives you that release and makes you happy, you know. Even though happiness is such a choice, it's a lot easier to make that choice when you're doing what you're meant to do. You know, and I feel like everybody has a gift and everybody's meant to do something. It's just how persistently you want to work at it. It's like, do you want to, if you work at something every day, even if I just practice music 15 or 30 minutes a day, you can say that, you can set that timeline, and you always go over it. But as long as you capture that 15 minutes a day and persistently do it every day, you grow, you build, you become, you know, more defined in your craft. I love trying new things, and I like to skateboard too. I used to really love it. And anything like water, I love the ocean and swimming and any of that stuff. I love to figure things out, work on things, fix things. My kids break a lot of things, so I have to fix a lot of things. No, just kidding. No, it's just, I don't know. That's about it.
What do you think the legal age is in Minnesota, or like legal, like consent age in Minnesota?
Like legal consent age?
Yeah.
Like what do you mean?
Like for us as girls, what do you think the legal consent is? Like the age?
They have intercourse.
Oh, really? Oh, I don't know. I thought it was 18 everywhere.
It's actually 16 without a parent's consent.
In Minnesota?
Yeah.
Really?
And we're going to try and ask more people about this question and like make awareness about it, because so we don't have to be predators or be prey to predators.
Predators.
Because I'm 16 now, and it's like scary knowing that's the law here. Like, should not be 16.
That it's okay, yeah. That's
you
so
can be-
It's
scary.
okay without a parent's consent.
Legally preyed upon at such a young age.
Yeah,
Absolutely,
that's so intense.
Older, a lot older.
That's so scary. Yeah, I didn't know that. And I think it's amazing that you're shedding light to that, because it's such a, I don't know, it's such a scary thing. There's monsters out there. And, you know, some people try to ignore that and camouflage it and do all these things, but when you don't know what a monster looks like, you don't know they exist. And I think even our culture believes women are so sacred and beautiful and should be protected, and I believe that they're the heart of our civilization. Women are the bearers of life. And so it's so important to protect that and protect our heart. You know, as our own individual, but also as like a man protecting a woman, and protecting the women of our community, and that's in return protecting the love of our community. I think people can take that so many different ways, to where it's like, you know, women should be strong and confident and know that they are the heart of a society, but I also think that they shouldn't, you know, become so confident that they lose sight of that sensitive feeling of expressing that heart and that love, because you can harden that heart, you know, with confidence, with like the world beating you down, all that stuff, like all life's trials and tribulations can take effect, and it causes that heart to become calloused. And it's our duty as a community to keep it sensitive and sacred. And so by shedding light on that scary topic is important, because I believe teenagers are going through a lot, and they're figuring out themselves, and they're gaining maturity in that. But you don't really know what you want. You haven't really figured out your individuality yet. You know, you're still exploring the world. And when something that intense happens to you, it kind of tries to extinguish your light and steal your spirit. And that's why it's so important to stay connected in your community, not try to separate yourself from society, and also have the confidence to like talk about things, you know, not be scared to express yourself and your heart and your history to your community, because it's so important to like come together. The only way we're ever going to be strong is by coming together. You can't do it by yourself. I've tried to do it. I've played music by myself my whole life. And it's the only time I've ever had any kind of success is when I've, you know, let down my pride and my ego and everything, killed those coyotes, and accepted the help from the people that love me and the people that are my community, you know. And that's where, you know, together, it's like when you're an individual and you're on this pillar that's going up and up and up, it's this narrow little pillar that once it starts getting up into the sky, like, or gets up in the air, it can shift with the wind, or it's so not very balanced. But then if you take that pillar and widen it with your community, and then you build that up, that pillar becomes unshakable. You know, so cool. But there's negative and bad and evil all around us, but as long as there's strength in numbers, and there's strength and power in that, and we have to protect each other. We have to protect our sacred women. We have to protect our sacred men too. All of us. You know, there are sexual predators everywhere that aren't just after women. Not just after men. It's like this. It's evil. They're monsters. And so we have to know those monsters exist, and we have to keep a lookout as a community for each other.
Oh, what? Oh, but he'll be performing a song for us and for you guys. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy. And yeah, you ready?
Yeah.
And we put it together in a video, and then we have bloopers that we're gonna put together.
Having a tough time, you know? Elliot didn't want the rolling chairs. It's okay though. Just falling over, flopping like a fish.
So here's a song of mine called "Crossing That Line," and thank y'all for having me. This has been awesome.
Thank you.
I hope y'all have like much success, and y'all are doing a good thing. It's very brave to get in front of a camera, get on YouTube, and express yourself constantly, and be in front of the camera. But you're doing great things, and you're making a difference, and it's great. I mean, it's as hard as it is. If it was easy, everybody would do it. You know? So it's like, it's cool that y'all are doing it, and you're putting your heart out there and showing the world that love is all we need. It's cool. Oh, I'm tired of trying to be accepted. Yeah, I'm tired of being the nice guy. Think it's time we called each other out on our BS. Instead of living a life perceived as a lie. Oh, I feel hard as the dust of the devil blew in, and I cried out as the winds wrapped around, headed straight down south till love grabbed my hand and pulled me back across that line. Well, they could ride 'em as rough and wild as they come, hitting the circuit and winning buckles from 8 years old. Oh, when they told them how to win, the judges, you had to kiss their ass. Oh, all they wanted them to see was history in his hands. And he fell hard as the dust of the devil blew in. He cried out, but those winds wrapped around, headed straight down south till love grabbed his hand and pulled him back across that line. Whoa. She raised 3 little boys and a grown man. When they left to conquer the world, life dealt her an empty hand. She moved to that reservation, tried to make a difference in the youth. I guess compassion doesn't enter the head of a hard mind. And she fell hard as the dust of the devil blew in. She cried out, but those winds wrapped around, headed straight down south till love grabbed her hand and pulled her back across that line. Oh, and we can't even look our neighbor in the eye or acknowledge a person who's been standing on our side. Will we ever wake up, see that truth in ourselves, discover peace is found when the darkness meets the light? Oh yeah, peace is found when the dark meets the light. As we feel hard as the dust of the devil blew in, we cried out, but those winds wrapped around, headed straight down south till love grabbed our hand and pulled us back across that line. Won't you let love grab your hand and pull you back across that line? It was cool hanging with y'all. This was fun.
This was really fun.
Y'all are doing it though. This is awesome. It's really good, and it's not. Y'all aren't any different than any other like interview or whatever. Y'all are professional, so believe it, own it. Yeah.
Alright, so
And y'all are funny too, so it's really cool. Like y'all are a dynamic duo. I
She's
like it.
crazy and weird.
Before we forget, the other girls that in our channel, Natea, Selena, and Nevaeh aren't here, for they had writing today, so it was just us two today. But I think they just got done because they see the twins.
I think, yeah, they do.
But that's all we have for you guys today. Once again, we would like to thank you, Josh, for letting us interview you. And yeah,
Leave a comment, like, and subscribe.
and we'll see you guys. Well, we'll be posting this Friday, but this one will be next Friday. So that makes sense.
Dope Shake.